So hours ago, Chris Brown put out some tweets saying that TMZ was going to put out some fake story about him. And, well, they've posted it. Now, before I read to you what TMZ posted, I'm going to read to you Chris Brown's tweets from Twitter. He said, and I quote, "TMZ is about to run a bogus story tomorrow because they aren't getting any traffic. They called my publicist about some bullshit ass story. It's just sad. Now I'm letting y'all know it's bullshit. I got a great album coming, having a great time being a father and also staying out the way. I'm a grown man and I live my life on my terms." End quote. Wow. So it looks like maybe possibly his publicist was in on the story. Wow. I would hope that they wouldn't try to do something like this to his career. But without further ado, here's what TMZ wrote about Chris Brown. They titled the story, "Chris Brown, Sizzurp is taking over his life, say friends and family." Yes, now if you don't know what Sizzurp is, it's codeine, or if I'm not mistaken, cough syrup mixed with like Sprite, and I think they put like Jolly Ranchers in it or whatever. So basically it's a drug. It's cough syrup and soda and candy. Anyway, so TMZ writes, and I quote, "Chris Brown's friends and family are extremely worried about him because they think he's addicted to Sizzurp. The latest evidence is this picture of Chris and some friends taken over the weekend at an LA pumpkin patch where Chris took his daughter Royalty to buy a pumpkin. You see Chris sitting on a bale of hay with a double stacked red cup at his feet. Right behind him, there's another double cup. Chris's friends and family are worried for several reasons. The problem has been getting worse over the last few weeks. They say he's drinking Sizzurp around Royalty and they're worried he'll lose custody." TMZ broke the story. During Chris's custody battle, he tested positive for codeine, but the judge gave him a pass because Chris had a prescription. End quote. Now, they also posted a video of Chris with some cups, and his friend had what appears to be a bottle of cough syrup, codeine, whatever, in his hand. That's what it appears to be. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Now, if you want to see this video, if you visit my blog, click the link below. You'll be able to check out the TMZ article and, see the actual video for yourself. It's only, I think, about between 30 and 40 seconds. Anyways, here's what they wrote underneath the video. They said, and I quote, "This video shows Chris at a birthday party for Tyga's son a few weeks ago. And you see him drinking from a double cup while riding a bike. You also see a guy carrying a bottle of codeine and soda. And it appears they're mixing it in the parking lot in broad daylight at a kid's party. Chris isn't buying it and says it's bullshit that anyone around him is concerned." End quote. So here's the deal. If this is true, and what they had was the cough syrup with the soda, and they're mixing that shit at a kid's party, that sounds like a straight up addict. They're trying to make him look real bad, in my opinion. I don't think this is a normal news story. It looks like a hit piece. I mean, TMZ was so concerned with, Harvey was so concerned with protecting Justin Bieber, he didn't want to ruin his career by putting out stories, telling us who Justin basically really was. But, it seems like as if TMZ is just hell-bent on fucking over Chris Brown. At this point, I just don't really know what to say about it, other than this is just shameful, and I hope that the story is fake. But anyways, Chris Brown said something really funny in one of these tweets. Now, here's the humor in the whole situation, because all of this shit isn't funny. If he really is addicted, and if he is this generation's Bobby Brown and whatnot, and we know Rihanna is no damn Whitney Houston, but if Chris Light Brown is this generation's Bobby Brown, I don't want him to overdose or anything. You know what I mean? I want him to be safe and be there for his daughter and his family. So none of this is funny except for this. He said, quote, "TMZ is about to run a bogus story tomorrow because they aren't getting any traffic." So no shade, but according to Alexa.com, Chris Brown's website, chrisbrown.com, is not one of the more popular sites in America. Now, as far as the web traffic to his website, it says that he's 11,004,681. TMZ, on the other hand, is the 563rd most popular website out of millions. And they're 151 here in America. So TMZ is doing phenomenal when it comes to web traffic. They're getting I guess millions of visitors every single day. So for Chris Lightbrown to sit up there and say, oh, they're just not getting any web traffic and that's what the issue is. It's definitely not that. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if my blog gets more traffic than Chris Brown's website. I mean, 11,004,681. I mean, don't get me wrong. Meatmagazine.blogspot.com is nowhere near as big as TMZ.com. I mean, 563, that's phenomenal. 150, and I think that's in the world. And 151 here in the States, that's crazy. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Well, except for that part, because that's numbers, that's fact. As long as Alexa is correct with its statistical information, then we're talking facts here. Let me know what you think about it all below. The codeine shit, the web traffic thing, all of it. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Chris, please get it together. You're the king of the light skins. They need you. What would they do without their light skinned leader? All of the pizza crust complected, bagel colored Negroes will lose their damn minds without the Lord of the light skins. So please get it together. Chris Lightbrown, Lord of the Light Skins. Meat Magazine.